right now. You can see the man Tekkz there on your screen. Over 4,000 Global Series ranking points. 9 out of 9 for qualifying. You've got to beat him up.
And there's a history to this game as well.
There is.
These two met back in Bucharest for that LQE in December. Bear in mind, if you don't know already, this competitive year, you know, the Tekkz is the wonder kid. He was once a new kid on the block. Now he's someone to stay for the future. Obviously, the champion from the First Foot Champions Cup in Bucharest and went back there a week later, Richard, picked up that LQE win. However, before he won that event, in the console final on Xbox, he played against Megabit. It was an enthralling game between the two, and it kind of, if anything, it showed some great sportsmanship because there was obviously some sort of issues in the tournament there, and Megabit was just like, I think they had to resume from a certain minute in the game, and Megabit could have easily just played on from kickoff, but he just cleared out to the corner, went, we'll play from the exact same position because I'm a fair player. He lost that game. However, he wants another go at Tekkz, and this is his opportunity now.
Tekkz has only conceded 6 goals in this tournament so far. He told us before this game started he could concede 6 in one leg with the attacking style that Megabit does possess. This is going to be a goal fest. This is probably going to be the game of the tournament thus far here at the LQE in London. Who's going to come out and meet Dax in that console final? Will it be Tekkz setting up another game with Dax, or will it be Megabit?
The 2 legs of FIFA will tell. You know, you heard Dan Gaskin mention about those Global Series rankings. At this moment in time, as we know, Megabit in 8th position in his first event of 2019. The last time we saw him was actually at London, but it was for the FUT Champions Cup, number 2 out of 6. Obviously, he went out in the quarterfinals to the Royal after he actually topped his group there. Obviously, he's going to be kicking from right to left. Recently joined Werder Bremen to kick off the FIFA 19 competitive year, playing alongside Mo Alba. And what a team they have there.
Yeah, what a stacked roster they do have at Werder Bremen.
And of course, that German scene that's so stacked there. Megabit, a player to watch out for, and he's just...
He had that huge breakout year last year, did Megabit.
And he wanted to win something. It was all about winning something for Megabit. Megabit can do it on Xbox, on PlayStation. He can probably do it on Nintendo, PC. He can do it on anything.
Yeah, the thing is that there's no point having a reputation for being a fantastic qualifier for playing last year 80 games a weekend if you've not got anything to show for it come the end of the year. He had a grand final spot. He won the playoffs as well, the second biggest tournament of the year, did Megabit, and now he's coming into FIFA 19, already in the top 10 on the rankings, and he's looking to push his name further up those rankings.
I'm sure he will as well, an attacking player as well. The German strikes there, takes a deflection out for a corner, and we are honestly going to expect goals, goals, goals in this game. 11 goals between the two. Last time they met in a big knockout game. And Tekkz, he said it yesterday, he even said it today, about how he only conceded 6 goals, you mentioned, Richard, and how he's playing well, in his opinion, and he's playing good FIFA at the moment. Even Steven Gerrard popped up the goal earlier today.
His defensiveness, his defensive quality has been the real shining light for him this tournament. We always know he can score goals. He's never going to lose that ability to score multiple goals in a game. But to defend as well is what sets the people from being a very, very good player to being a fantastic, a great FIFA player.
This could be the first goal of the game.
And now he's got that defending underway, and he can almost just control games so well. That is why he's top of the board, and that is why nobody wants to play him. That's why he's feared.
You have to say, it would have hurt Megabit. He wasn't involved in the last FUT Champions Cup in Bucharest, was involved in the LQE last month as well. He would have had to sit at home, watch those events, and if anything, motivate him back to the big stage of this LQE, where he went 3-1 in Swiss style form. He heard it from the guys, the player he lost against in Dax. And of course, that was a tough game for him there, lost 4-2. However, quarterfinals picked up a big result against SPQ Arsena, 8 goals to 3. F2Tekkz went 3-0 in Swiss style. I was saying yesterday, it'll be a shock if Swiss, you know, if Tekkz goes out in Swiss style, something's not right.
Yeah, and he secured his 3-0, even if he wasn't at the best of health.
The thing that just I cannot get my head around with F2Tekkz, right, is that he's played in so many tournaments, he played in all the qualifiers, he qualifies for everything. How does no one read him? How does no one predict what he does yet?
You can analyse what he's doing, you can break it down, but it's a difference between breaking it down and actually playing against it. I think Mike Tyson had a quote, he said, everyone's got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth. That's exactly what it's like playing against Tekkz. You can plan, you can plan, you can plan, but until you actually play against him, until he gets defending against you until he starts doing the skill moves in the final third and scoring and getting 4, 5, 6-0 up against you, you're lost. Look at some of the games that he's had. 11-1 last weekend against Senna. That game was done after the first 30, 40 minutes in that game. He beat Sakul 9-1. That was done in the first leg.
If you didn't see as well on your screen, in Megabit's corner, right down the right bottom corner, he's actually got Sakul behind him coaching him. Of course, we both know they're Stark esports players, but if anything, you've got to rate that. Sakul could be in a mood after losing that game. Here's a chance now for Tekkz off the post. He rattles the woodwork for the first time in this game, but speaking about that, Sakul, he lost 9-1 against him, but he's there behind Megabit, if anything, offering a bit of advice.
Yeah, offering that advice, offering that words of wisdom where he can. I don't think Megabit's one of those players that really does need a coach with the amount of FIFA that he plays. He's very switched on mentally.
And he loves playing FIFA.
He knows the game inside out.
He was playing 80 games a weekend last year, and then obviously the weekend league moved down to 30 per console. But he doesn't care. He'll play weekend league, play qualifiers. He'll do it all. Well, Megabit, there was a great chance a few minutes ago for F2Tekkz. If you have just joined this game, obviously playing that Liverpool strip from left to right. I believe he actually qualified for the EPL club playoff as well for Liverpool there, which if he can get himself to there in between a busy FIFA schedule, that'll probably be a dream come true for him as well to represent his club.
Look for that far side.
A lovely heel to heel. Went into a bit of roulette there with Ronaldo, but still goalless between the two. I know I said there'll be goals. Just hold in there. Trust me on this. We just need one to fly in and they'll all start coming.
Very tense game, this.
You've got to get in the side.
The goals will start flying.
Of both of these two.
The goals will start flying in. It's just going to be who breaks the deadlock first. If Megabit scores first, then Tekkz has got to come back, which we know he can do, and completely vice versa. Megabit has got that comeback ability in him. We've seen him do miraculous things in FIFA 18. FIFA 19, you've got to think those comebacks, those miracles that he did do last year, they'll still be fresh in his mind. And just because it's a new FIFA game, the mental side of the game, it's still there.
Added time of 2 minutes. We're nearly there. And 1/2 of 4 is nearly completed across these two legs. Back inside. Here we go. There's a chance there. Can he try and get that one through? No, he can't. But if you didn't already, this is the semi-final. The console semi-final on Xbox. If you didn't know how the other result went, it was a 3-2 win to PSG Dax against Zidane, the Spanish player from Las Palmas. And of course, they did really well. However, could not go all the way through, but you can see that at the halftime stats.
Yeah, you saw the possession at halftime, 59%, I think it was, for Megabit. As we draw into the first half concluded.
We jump back into the second half now.
I'm just having a little look at...
Did you say Vieira right back there for
I think I did, you know.
And Ramos in centre mid?
And Ramos at CDM, yeah. From Megabit.
I don't know if that's just a position change. He's just gone for a few minutes there, but you see Maldini at the back. You saw Vieira at right back. I know he hasn't got the legs on him for a right back, but...
I think that is a change that Megabit does do. Maybe to try and defend the back post headers. Obviously, Vieira, 6'4". Very tall, very athletic.
Maybe a tactic that he's just brought in for this game.
Very interesting. Yeah, definitely. Ramos is definitely playing a central defensive midfielder role.
Well, I heard a few rumours, maybe not in the competitive scene, but more in the casual one about the likes of Ramos. We used to see Ramos in CDM. Ramos, David Luiz, those kind of players. There's a chance now for Tekkz outside the boot with Neymar. Great save, David De Gea.
Just to notice it as we drew into half-time there. There is a pause for maybe those two players. I will be very interested to see that because I've not seen anybody else do anything like that drastically.
Yeah, that is crazy. Back to Ronaldo now. Lovely bit of skill. Can he get the finish away? No, he can't.
Really nice elastico inside the box just to create a tiny bit of space. But Megabit defending strong, keeping that bank of white shirts in between his goal and Tekkz.
He needs to look after this ball though, Richard. He's had it a few times, but dispossessed kind of straight away as soon as he gets the ball. Tekkz is on him. Tekkz with probably the better chances in this game. Went for a lovely through ball down the line there to Mbappe, but couldn't find him, unfortunately. I know we said there'll be goals. As every minute passes by and one doesn't go in, I'm kind of regretting saying that, but it will take a few and they all start coming. Keeper's off his line. Punched away by David De Gea. Lucky it didn't fall to a path of F2Tekkz there. As I said, whoever wins this game will come up against PSG Dax in the console final. Jumps up in the prize pot, jumps up in the points distribution as well. F2Tekkz, though, 4,220 Global Series ranking points. At the top of the pile, qualified for all the events as well, so he's guaranteed, even if he does go out in Swiss, which he hasn't done yet, to get points. Yeah,
guaranteed to get points. Applause cued there from Megabit. Wanting to bring on probably some attacking changes. He's been a little bit void of ideas creatively in the final third. Has the German. Usually see this attacking play style from him, scoring multiple goals in a game. It's been a 0-0 so far, and it's been quite a stalemate, you've got to say. Neither of the players wanting to make a mistake in this first leg. The game could be won or lost in the first leg.
He just hasn't really had a chance, you know, in all honesty, for Megabit. He's got to try and defend this one now from Tekkz. Trying to get it around Ronaldo, out to Hullet. Lovely little scoop turn or two and a fake shot as well for Mbappe. All the way back to Ronaldo now. Drag back into a finesse, and he'll break the deadlock eventually. 67 minutes on the clock. There was a few warning signs from Tekkz to say, I'm here, and I can be deadly around the edge of the box. Cristiano Ronaldo will step up and put Tekkz 1-0 up.
Yeah, and it's fantastic from Tekkz, because it's not actually a full drag back he does, it's half a drag back. So if we were to execute the full drag back, he's pulling it back and then he's exiting. What Tekkz has done there is done half a drag back, just create himself a tiny bit of space. He can then see, is Megabit going to go left or right, because he's manual defending. He got that little bit of space, finesse shot into the right corner. You can see there, Vieira, right back, Sergio Ramos, CDM from Megabit.
So that's one to break down as well. If Mike LaBelle's having a watch on that board, right back. Vieira, interesting choice as well. You mentioned it's mainly for the height.
Yeah, the height defending the back post cross, it has to be. He's not the quickest either, Vieira. I think he's only 81 pace on the prime Vieira.
That's what I was a little bit, cautious of, because if he's got the likes of Neymar running at him, Mbappe, gonna be in trouble there. But he trusts the process. Messi will come off now. It might be Eusebio that's just actually been introduced.
83 pace maybe, Vieira.
Modric is on as well.
If my memory serves me correctly.
Needs to create something though, Megabit. Haven't seen much from him, Ronaldo. The ball roll there, trying to just find any space he can. Flick of that right stick from Megabit to about a combination of skill moves. Still 1-0 in this one. And Megabit's just really struggled. It's just the simple fact that Tekkz will not give you the ball. And if you do get it, you need to do something with it or will just intercept you. Here's Neymar. Got back inside, and that's that man Vieira. We spoke about him. He stepped up there to stop the attack. Only 1-0 in this one.
Megabit again, just a little bit sloppy in the passing.
This could be worse for him now. Eusebio, a drag back into a scoop turn. Off a bit of skill there as well. Can he finish it with Kylian Mbappe, hill to hill there? Just trying to bring out all the skills is Tekkz. We know he's got flair to his game. Still in possession now, working the best possible chance he can. Eusebio, a drag back to a finesse, exact same goal.
Exactly same process, exactly the same result for Tekkz. The half drag back and then the finesse shot. Megabit, the thought process from Megabit is, you might be thinking, why is he moving his keeper that far? 9 times out of 10, a player will do the drag back with Eusebio and fully execute the drag back, moving onto his left foot. Then the finesse is going to come in. With what Tekkz is doing, he's almost 2 steps ahead of the meta right now. He does the half drag back, then the finesse into the corner that the drag back is actually facing. Very, very intelligent play. It just shows that he's got the FIFA ability, but also he's constantly thinking, he's constantly analysing his opponent, how they're moving with their defence.
You heard it earlier from his own mouth. People were tweeting in, obviously, with the hashtag Gfinity FIFA, saying, how do you remember, the combination of skill moves, all the skills that you use? It's just muscle memory for him. And I said earlier as well, how do people not just start to read what Tekkz is doing? You saw there, about 3 or 4 times on possession, he tried to tee up a shot, but never took it. He never took the chance, recycled it again and again and again. It's a guessing game every single time, and that is why Megabit couldn't get close to him. And at this rate, he could be 3-0 down. Here we go to Neymar, back to the edge again with Hullet. Is he going to put his foot through? No, he's not. Trying to play it through to Eusebio, and a breather for Megabit there to just take a The rest to go, wow.
Another
okay,
mistake from Megabit.
But look at the press from Tekkz. It's non-stop attack. Mbappe again, all the way to the back post.
You saw a shake of the head from Megabit because that weren't good pressing from Tekkz. That was just a mistake. That were a very, very poor pass from the German. He got lucky with his goalkeeper, actually. He played it out from the back and nearly got dispossessed there. Megabit has to book his ideas if he wants to try and get anything from this game in the second leg, because he's just simply not been good enough in the final third.
Of course, the man behind him who's trying to offer some advice, obviously, was at the hands of a 9-1 defeat in Sakul, so it's tough. Well, he's only conceded 6 goals to date in this competition as Tekkz. 6 goals across all the games he's played. This is game number 5 he's played. Added time of 2 minutes, and he's done half the job already, Richard. 2-0 up. Hasn't even had his goal troubled once.
We are going to be finishing this game. Is it going to be one more chance from Tekkz? He's offside. That's going to be full time in this first game, and then you get the managers in, you get the coaches in.
I'm going to say a very smartly dressed #Harry as well, who's come down to support his good friend in Tekkz. There we go. That is leg 1 finish. There you go. You can see the man behind him, #Harry, whipping out the blazer. He could come up on the commentary desk, to be honest, looking like that.
Yeah, he probably could. He probably. We might go to the same blazer shop.
We could go 3-man commentary booth. He can join in there and give us some expertise. But what's Megabit thinking now? He just could not get any in the final third. He just got dispossessed every single time.
No fluidity in the final third almost. You see there having a little chat with Sakul. It seemed as though when he were going forward, Tekkz were just pressing really, really well in his defensive third. And Megabit just couldn't create anything. He couldn't set any angles up for any finesse shots. Every time he went out wide, Tekkz were 2 men on him, stopping the back post cross. And I'd imagine the Patrick Vieira at right back did help, because Tekkz didn't score any headers at the back post. But these are the chances. The Megabit's chances came in the first 20 minutes. That's where he was the better player. Tekkz almost just built into the game.
Exactly that. Well, we didn't actually see any goals in the first half. It was actually a little bit later on into that second half where we saw all the goals going. That was a warning sign from Tekkz there of killing Mbappe, but you mentioned it perfectly, Richard. It was warning signs early on for Megabit to say, right, I am in this game. This was the chance, though, that created a fantastic opportunity. Lovely bit of skill there. There,
look at the close control.
And you can watch here. We'll see the goal in a minute. I believe it's just a kind of a half drag back you mentioned, Richard. They came for him 3 or 4 times. Just a guessing game all the time from Tekkz. Where's it going? Where's that ball going? And then just like that, made it look so simple, so easy, putting 1-0 up. Yeah,
he did get a slice of luck with the ball bouncing to him inside the box, but watch this again. It wasn't lucky the first time. It was skill, it was practice. Half drag back, finesse shot, timed green, into the top corner, and he had the opportunity to make it 3.
I thought he did for a minute. Played the ball through to Neymar there, and then you can kind of see what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to play it through all the way to Eusebio. Unfortunately, did not work for him there, but we need some sort of plan. We need some sort of comeback here. You're 2-0 down. Megabit created some great chances in that first 20 minutes. However, obviously a game of football is not 20 minutes, it's 90 minutes, and you need to be performing in that whole game.
And there you go. What is going on inside the brain of Michael Bittner, Megabit? Does he have the game? Does he have the game plan?
If you notice as well, you can't see it on your camera, but Tekkz is not in his seat at the moment. He's obviously gone off with Harry there for a team talk. You know, we often see, and a lot of players say, get away from the console, get away from the screen for a minute, go and have a drink, have a break for 5 minutes, think about the game, what have I done wrong? Of course, there's still things that he can improve upon.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to some of the previous tournaments that Tekkz has played at, where he's had that sort of friend, that mate, that coach, just to take him away when he needs to chat, not about FIFA, just chat about other things. And then you're coming back to the game, you're coming back refreshed, you're coming back switched on. You can see Harry here and Tekkz.
Maybe went for a few
Harry,
sweets.
where are the pom-poms? That's what we're looking for.
Of course, he was nicknamed the cheerleader of Tekkz, but he's just a good friend supporting him. He's just a good friend supporting him at these events. And have you seen Tekkz yet? His coach at a few of these events now. Maybe he couldn't come down. You know, he was the substitute. Harry comes in to coach him through. But whatever he's saying right now, he's only conceded 6 goals. So something's clearly working for him.
We are just about to get into this second leg of FIFA action. Tekkz versus Megabit. 2-0 at the interval between the two powerhouses of FIFA
And the last time they met, I said back in Bucharest, it was a 6-5 win for Tekkz in a console final. So picture this game, but one step further on, where there's more prize money, there's more points up for grabs. 6-5, 11 goals between the two. That has certainly not followed the script in this game a few months later down in London. 2-0 to Tekkz. Everything seems to be going well for him. Megabit, though.
The first goal in this game is massive. The first goal is huge in this second leg. If Tekkz gets it, extends it to 3, you might see a little bit of a capitulation from Megabit. The mental side potentially goes a little bit. If Megabit gets the first goal and really starts to put the pressure on Tekkz, I think we could be in for a huge, huge game.
Well, we have seen Tekkz being stopped a few times. You know, you go back a weekend, you see...
Goal machine.
Goal machine back here for the LQE, but then you see Emrajek 7-1 in the console semi-final in Bucharest last week. And as said about that big, big game for him as well. I think you go back to the December Foot Champions Cup, he got stopped by MS Dasari. Of course, what a big game that was. I think in the end it did finish 4-3 to MS Dasari. That was back in December, of course. And the last LQ here, we mentioned about Goal Machine there. He's did a great job of stopping Tekkz in his tracks.
I think that was 6-3. I seem to remember the scoreline on that occasion. However,
Megabit, he can't be stopped.
Megabit doesn't have a rogue in front of his name. That seems to be the kryptonite for Tekkz.
All the rogue players, you're completely right there, have stopped Tekkz in his track, and maybe they know the secret tactic behind it. This is Megabit, though. An early start is needed for him. Played to Modric with the head back to Neymar. It's going to fall one. That was a bit of a chance for him there. If anything, it was a coming together of everyone.
Same story as last game. Megabit coming out strong in the first 10-15 minutes, it looks like. He has to extend this good run of form, though. It can't just be a purple patch. It has to be over a prolonged period of time. First half, first 60 minutes. And you have to get something out of it. You can't just play good FIFA. You have to get a goal out of it.
Played all the way across. Oh, Ramos is there. Just looking at the defensive structure there. Has he gone back to Ramos at right back? Where's Ramos going? I think he's dropped back into right back now. So maybe Vieira is back into that centre midfield position where we're used to seeing him. Modric in use as well. This is Tekkz now, Mbappe, and it's a routine save for David Gea.
Well, if you look at where both of Tekkz's goals came from, they were both in positions where Vieira probably would have been sort of sitting. Ramos, high medium work rates, Vieira, medium high work rates.
But he's taken that risk, hasn't he? He's tried to stop the back post cross, but in that...
You get, you're patching over one thing, another thing becomes exposed.
So you have to balance that up, and maybe Tekkz now goes back to trying to look for to whip it into the box and look at the man in there. Going to play to the edge now instead, though. He's 2-0 up, remember, in this semi-final. Whoever wins this will play against Dax in the console final. And whoever wins that one jumps up to the big, big final here and a chance to play for $8,750. And of course, you'll be guaranteed 850 Global Series ranking points by that time. Mbappe, lovely ball through to Neymar. Is he going to cut back inside? Just a basic fake shot.
Yeah, really unlucky there. You see that fake shot time and time again used. I think it was Resende last time we were in London. That fake shot down the line and inside the box. Because it means if you get inside the box, your opponent can't press B, can't press circle. They can't even really tug you back at all. Because penalties will be gave.
It's such a simple thing to do, and it's effective in the way you can get an extra yard off your man. You mentioned it perfectly. You can't dive in because we've seen penalties given when someone just lunges in accidentally. This is Megabit now. Modric to Mbappe. Can he play the overlapping run of Ramos? Yes, he can. Fake shot into a cross. No. Tried to play short. And straight back down the other end now. End-to-end. You cannot play Ronaldo through. Has he got the pace?
Maldini's just going to get there in front.
He had pressure on him from Ronaldo. On his back there. And if he picked up the ball, it could have been 3-0. And the hill would have turned to a mountain for him to climb.
But you see Megabit's going for it. Look how high his fullbacks are. Marcelo's pretty much playing as a left winger right there.
Time for Modric. Can he strike? Surely! Yes, it will be. Very fortunate for Megabit. Went for a finesse. It was time green. And although it was a tap-in, he still made sure he timed that finish. Deflection off Rio Ferdinand. Fell to the path of Cristiano Ronaldo. He will never be missing that.
Huge, huge slice of luck for the ball to bounce to Ronaldo, but a little bit of luck is what he needed. Megabit, is this going to spur him on to get back into this game?
To say, I've got a chance in this game. Yes, I got a slice of luck. Ball all the way across now, straight away. No, that's not happening for Neymar. Maybe if that was Ronaldo in the air, we could have seen a bit more power or conviction in that header.
Yeah, just nodded back to the goalkeeper, played it safe.
It's perfect though, as you said, Richard. Hit the nail on the head about That's what Megabit needed, just a slice of luck or fortune. He's been going for it in an attacking sense. Look at the numbers he's got forward now. Play Ronaldo through, yes he can, this is Megabit. Play back inside, it was read though by Tekkz so well.
Just had to run back with him, he didn't have to commit, he just had to sit.
Just look at the numbers for Tekkz. If he makes one mistake, Megabit, he's going to be in trouble here.
He's done well though, he's done very well to play out from the back there. That's a mistake though.
It's like a diamond of attackers waiting to attack for Tekkz.
That's because how attacking Megabit's playing. Look at Marcelo on the far side. Look how high he is.
Modric. It's everything. It's guns blazing for Megabit, but there will be holes at the back that you have to try and cover up, or if you can try and intercept the ball and stop a counter-attack, that'll be brilliant for him.
He's well and truly throwing the kitchen sink at this. He's Megabit.
Look at the players forward. There's 3 players forward. Ooh, that's a risk for him. Another day, that one just trickles in or hits that top corner. That stanch in the goal.
We were wondering when this game we're going to fire into life. The second leg, like usually, is what it needed.
Vieira to Ronaldo, to Modric now. Maybe the equaliser! Yes, he has!
Game on. We thought Megabit in that first leg, it was lacking creativity in the attacking third. He's thrown players forward. He's committed to attacking Tekkz.
And I tell you, the one man that's been involved in all those attacks, Luka Modric. So influential in that midfield. Just saw the little skill dribble there to play into the path of Ronaldo, who found the smallest of gaps. But that's all he needed. Right place, right time. Ronaldo strikes again. And this game is starting to live up to all the expectation it had. 2-2 on aggregate. Game on. The mindset now of Megabit is thinking, okay, I can give this a go, or maybe not. Straight the other end, straight away. Eusebio outside that right boot.
This game is far from over.
Maybe we're starting to see the goals flying again.
Strap yourself in. You're about to go on a roller coaster of FIFA emotion for these two players. This is where the goals are going to start flying in. Eusebio on his right boot, curled into the top corner.
It took us 90 minutes to see 2 goals, Richard. What? We're not even past the first half, and we've seen more than that.
Tekkz has conceded in this half alone a third of the goals that he's conceded in the entire tournament up to this point.
6 goals you mentioned as he conceded before this game. He's already conceded 2. Oh no, that could be a reply straight away. It could be a Ronaldo hat-trick as well. Added time of 2 minutes. Definitely the right changes made though for Megabit in an attacking sense. He's had to play people forward. He's had to make that risk of maybe 1 or 2 people out of position at the back, but it has worked. Get yourself into half-time. Have a word with Sakul and say, okay, this is all to play for.
Here you go, at half-time. Megabit has got to be very happy with the performance that he's had in the first half. He's created chances and he's took the chances. That's the most important thing. In the first 17 minutes, in the first leg, it could have been 2-0 up. And he just squandered those 2 chances. One, I think they both went wide actually, with the low-driven shot from Megabit. But that is the man. That is the face of a man who is determined right now.
Time to stop him indeed. Well, here we go then. Second half of the second leg. The last 45 in-game minutes here to decide who will be in that console final. Who will be joining PSG Dax? Will she wait and see? Play the overlapping run. Surely not. Free. Oh, it is! That's a hat-trick. The man from Madeira steps up once again and pulls Megabit back into this tie.
He didn't commit with the goalkeeper Tekkz. He wanted to keep him quite central. Well, that's exactly what he did, and Ronaldo just slotted it at that near post where the space was. And right now,
I think if there's one man
Tekkz is under pressure
that could stop Tekkz. I'm not saying this is anywhere. This game is still so in the balance, but you spoke about all the road players there that have put up a fight against Tekkz, but one of his best games regarding an opponent was up against Megabit, 6-5, back in Bucharest at the LQE.
One of the only players who can outscore Tekkz is Megabit.
As we said, we're not saying this game is no way over. We said there was going to be goals. Here are the goals. They're starting to fly now. Oh, tried to play it through the legs. It was actually quite lucky. Could have been a penalty on another day. Eusebio outside the boot. That one's matched. And a breather for Megabit. There we go. That's a moment of confidence right now. He's in this game, and he knows he is.
You see the confidence flowing, playing out from the back, rolling it to his goalkeeper, and then just dinking it to his centre-back. Last game, he's not doing that.
And it was a third, Richard. It's now half of those goals he's conceded. Megabit, surely not. Marcelo, through it goes! Oh, wow! He could nod in confidence now. This German had a plan, and he's certainly delivering it.
The turnaround has been complete. 2 goals wasn't a safe scoreline against someone like Megabit. Tekkz knew that. He knew he had to come out in the second half, and in the second leg, I should say, and give the same attacking performance. Tekkz said before the game even started, I've only conceded 6 goals in the tournament. I can concede 6 in 1 leg against Megabit.
The confidence oozing out of this German at the moment. One of those big names to emerge last year in the FIFA scene. So many tournaments, so consistent across so many tournaments. His first event of the year, this one is in 2019. Had a fantastic winter period. The first 2 FUT Champions Cups, the LQE he was involved in. There's still a long, long time in this one though, Richard.
Very, very good switch though from Megabit.
Is he onside, Ronaldo? Would be a tight one.
Even though he's in a weird position right now, he's not changed anything. He's still playing with him with fullbacks, really getting high up the pitch.
Tekkz, this is a chance for him. Well played, Rafael Varane there. Pause cue by Tekkz. This is a Tekkz that's a little bit unsettled.
I think he's playing in a 4-2-2 as well, Megabit, right now. Looking at the player's positioning, maybe a 4-1-2-1-2.
All he needs is one chance, though. Tekkz down the other end. Could this be an equaliser? Great tackle there, and that's the confidence that Megabit has got now. We can see the changes now of Tekkz in front of us now. 4-2-3-1 he's going to go to. And believe it or not, he was going to throw Steven Gerrard on. He's thought, no. Modric is coming on instead.
Luka Modric coming on at CDM. The team here, Luka Modric, the only player on the game to have 90+ on his face game stats. And we've seen for Megabit what he can do in the attacking third. Very, very good going forward. And also, people will have questions about his defending. He's got 99 stand tackle and 98 slide tackle, has Modric. He can do the work defensively.
You can see there on your screen the PlayStation final. Believe it or not, Nicholas knocked out by Dr. Ahano earlier today. So it'll be PSV Pinner, the grand finalist, the best player on PlayStation last year on those rankings, up against Dr. Ahano. And then in this one, whoever wins this will join PSG-Dax in the Xbox console final. However, to give you a bit of context of this game, it was 2-0 in the first leg to Tekkz. Megabit just could not get himself into this game. However, something changed in those 5 minutes. That little break he had, Richard, Megabit has come flying out. Yeah, something clicked inside the German. This is Tekkz with the corner. Watch where he's playing. Ronaldo off the ball. Ramos, heroic defending. Wow. How on earth has that not gone in? Megabit in shock as well. We're in shock just as much. Ramos with the chest. Somehow barged off the line. Ronaldo again. Punched away by David De Gea. He's well off his line. On the finesse again, and it's read by David De Gea. Take a breather, Megabit. Bodies on the line defending from Megabit. This is end-to-end FIFA. That's a mistake. His keeper's way off his line. Oh, he's rushed that Tekkz. No, it took a deflection. The keeper was slightly off his line, though. I believe that's why Tekkz went for the chance. This is really anyone's game at the moment. Advantage slightly in the hands of Megabit. Rafael Varane met that one now. Last 20 minutes into this one. Great tackle straight down the other end. Mbappe rushed that one. Ball falls back to F2Tekkz. This is frantic FIFA right now. Both of these players playing like it's the 90th minute. Just take your time. Fashion that one opportunity. You will get another chance. Modric, he's fresh. He's just come off the bench. Key thing for Tekkz is to keep composed, keep calm. We saw. That's nice from Megabit. How Megabit sucking him in. Marcelo way out of position. This is a chance for him. This could be worse for him. He tried to play it across. Ronaldo was lurking in there for it. And we saw how Megabit was getting frustrated in that first game. The tables have so turned. He scored 4 in this one. Could not even really create much in that first game other than the first 20 minutes. He really struggled. Tekkz was controlling him. But he's taken the risk. He's gone more attacking. I think he's put Vieira back into centre midfielder and not at right back anymore. He looks like he's going to try and attack again. Oh no, I thought that could have been... Imagine if that was a penalty. Together, yeah. Imagine if that could have been a penalty there. That would have really swayed into the hands of Megabit. I really want to see the heroic off-the-line chest again as well from Sergio Ramos. We've seen him gave penalties for that though.
just are coming together inside the box. Two players running at full pace and just collided.
This will really be an upset as well. For Tekkz to crash out this competition. This is a golden chance for Ronaldo! Stepped up 3 times for Megabit.
And you saw the release from Tekkz. He knows that that was a big goal to take the pressure off him a little bit, to release some of that pressure that Megabit's been piling on him through the entirety of this game. 4-4 right now. Tekkz just has unbelievable semi-finals here.
You can see him there
in the Gfinity Arena.
He knows he's in a bit of a war right now between these two.
So Tekkz has switched as well to 4-2-2. I'm not sure if that is actually matching up Megabit, but he did switch from the 4-2-3-1 to the 4-2-2. And it seems as though the pressure that Megabit were putting on while they were playing 4-2-3-1 has been slightly relinquished, I'd say.
Well, here we go then, back into this one. It was Ronaldo, as I mentioned, stepped up. He scored a hat-trick for Megabit, however, he'll actually put one past Megabit's goal down the other end and make this game all square again. 4-4, the aggregate scoreline, and 4-2 in this game. So Megabit, there's the change. Vieira is actually going to leave the field. And here we go then, Richard. 10 more minutes. If we need extra time, we'll go into it as well. And if we need penalties, we'll go that far as well. But I'm sure there's going to be more goals before we even get there.
Virgil van Dijk coming on.
I think he's playing in the
CDM,
I believe. Why not? Put him in. Ramos looks quite high as well. Kante's on the pitch too. Back to Ronaldo, play Kante. N'Golo Kante! Out of anyone to step up and to maybe send you into a console final. It's the Frenchman.
What a substitute. N'Golo Kante coming on, I think it is. Scoring a big, big goal for Megabit. You see here, he plays a 1-2, and I think Tekkz wanted to actually switch back to Varane to step backwards, and he just pushed out at the back 4. Kante slots it past his goalkeeper. Only 7 minutes left on the clock.
We've seen him in so many teams since he got that team of the year for Iam of N'Golo Kante. We saw him score a few, but to score a goal that big, if it could be a winning goal, could be huge for the rankings.
R9 coming on here in a 3-4-2-1. Pele coming on as well. What an attacking force that is. Mbappe, Ronaldo, Neymar, R9, Hullet, Modric. Constant pressure and everything going notched up for Tekkz. Get forward as well on his attacking players.
Well, can it be done? That is the question. It's going to be a massive ask and a huge, 8 minutes left, 5 minutes left. Tekkz, this is where you've had so much pressure on you. One of the players in the scene that's got so much pressure on at the moment. You know, he's got everyone watching him, all the eyes on him. I believe he was in throwing some FIFA points away. He said if he didn't get so far in the tournament, but I think he's beaten past that stage he was going to say he was going to get to. But 83 minutes, N'Golo Kante puts Megabit 5-4 up. Can there be any more drama in this game?
It's a risky pass playing it back, but he's kept his composure and pings it out wide to Van Dijk.
He fancies going right wing now. Why not? Look at the space, play the through ball. That's the ball. That could be the winning ball. Through it goes, surely that is it. Megabit, against all odds, steps up. And I'm sure in his heart right now, Sakal behind him, I've just lost 9-1 to him, but I'm over the moon.
That just shows the character that Megabit does have. He lost the first leg 2-0. It's very easy to get dejected and to think, oh, I'm playing against Tekkz, the best player in the world right now. Megabit didn't do that. He kept switched on, he got back on the horse, and he's rode it all the way to the console final.
In which he'll be meeting PSG Dax there if he can hold on for these last few minutes. And it's been a few tournaments in a row now where Tekkz has been stopped in his tracks. Unfortunately for him, fantastic player. Still top of the pile on the Xbox rankings, still going to have 4,500 plus points, but Megabit, wow-wee, 6 goals. Tekkz conceded in the whole complexion of this tournament. He's conceded 6 in the leg of FIFA. Ball goes all the way across there. More of a consolation than anything. But Megabit, he's waiting to crack out a massive smile to know what he's done in the complexion of this tournament, the complexion of the Global Series rankings. Wow-wee. Megabit is in the console final, people. 8th in the Global Series rankings, first event of the year in 2019. The man for Werder Bremen, they signed him for a reason. Congratulations, Michael Bittner.
Great performance from Megabit. You see there, fist bump between Tekkz and Megabit.